Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun going over some Ethereum data. And so this is the morning of Friday, September 12th, going to be going over the data from the 11th. And here, starting off looking at the Ethereum ETFs. It does look like we have net inflows again, the third day in a row where we saw over $113 million flowing into Ethereum ETFs. However, we did see some outflows from BlackRock's iShare ETF, ticker symbol ETHA. We saw over $17 million flowing out of that ticker. However, we did see 88 million flowing into the Fidelity ETF, ticker symbol FETH. We also saw nearly 20 million flowing into ticker symbol ETHW, which I believe is Bitwise's ETF, and we also saw nearly 15 million flowing into the Grayscale ETF, which is ticker symbol ETHE. Otherwise, we also have some inflows to, let's see, actually none into the Van Eck, but we did see some in the Franklin ETF. I believe that's what this one is. And so, yeah, generally across the board, looking pretty good there with over $113 million flowing into those ETFs. And it does look like we saw an increase in those holdings of about 26,000 Ethereum. Scrolling up here, we can see those numbers. Daily inflow is actually 26.01 thousand Ethereum, and in total, those entities, the reserve there, the treasury companies, they hold about 6.6 million Ethereum, which represents about, or nearly, I should say, $30 billion, and that is approximately 5.45% of the Ethereum supply. And if we do look over at the Ethereum chart, we can see that we have had a nice bounce the past few days off of that 236, which is right around $4,300. So far today, on the 12th, we have hit a high of $4,451.97. But it does seem like we are pulling back a little bit. Maybe we start to see that continue to the upside after the market opens, or perhaps we do see a flush down to 4,300 again, or maybe a test of right around $4,200 just to shake out any over-leveraged longs before Ethereum really does take off to the upside. As if we do look at the volume, it has been decreasing, and so what we really need to see is a breakout to the upside. Maybe we see that over the weekend, but maybe we don't. We wait until next week, so we will have to wait and see. And then coming back to the data over here to look at the different treasury companies, it doesn't look like there were any additions, as the last one was from September 8th, which was Bitmine Immersion Technology, when they added over 202,000 ETH to their holdings, putting them at over 2 million ETH. And so that ticker, if we do scroll down here just above ED, we can see that ticker is BMNR. And so if we flip over to the chart just to see what's been going on with that one, does look like we did get up to the 50-day simple moving average, which is currently at 49.75, and we are, hanging out still below there. During the pre-market, it looks like we hit a high so far, on the 11th, or I should say the high on the 11th was $50.10, piercing that 50-day moving average, but getting rejected. So maybe we do pull back to like the consolidation highs over here, right around $44. Test that as support before we do bounce, continue up to the next level higher. And then coming back over here to look at the number 2 treasury company on the list, which is, of course, Sharplane Gaming, ticker symbol SBET or SBET. They still hold over 837,000 ETH, valued at about $3.78 billion. If we do flip back over to the charts, we can take a look. They have not yet bounced up to that 50-day simple moving average, whereas Bitmine did. And so SBET's 50-day simple moving average is at $20.53. It looks like the high that was hit yesterday on the 11th was $17.26, and we have again not seen a breakout in the volume. Looking at Bitmine as well, no breakouts in volume. So once we do see that, I think that these two treasury companies, as well as probably the others on the list, and Ethereum, I think that these will be taking off to the upside, but we're going to have to wait and see. It will be interesting to see how the weekend starts, and I will give you guys an update on this data tomorrow morning, as well as a little view into the weekend price action of Ethereum before doing Crypto Corner Sat Stacker as usual on Saturdays. But anyways, as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great Friday and great start to your weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.